Hello guys, welcome to 𝐂𝐴𝐕. My name is Vishal Mankar and today we are gonna see the operators and expressions in Apex. Okay, but for this today's video we will focus on arithmetic operators. In this video we will learn about arithmetic operators in Apex with clear examples and real life scenarios. So let's start. I will give you the overview of what we are covering in operators and expressions. We are covering the key operator types in Apex. For example, arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, increment and decrement operators, and expressions in Apex. But for this video only, we will focus on arithmetic operators. We will learn arithmetic operators from the basic, and also we will give and learn about the real-time examples. Here, we will understand basic arithmetic operators which is used in Apex programming. But first of all, what are arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators in Apex is used for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and remainder calculation on numbers. We are using arithmetic operators for adding and subtracting. Then we are using arithmetic operators for multiplication and division. And we are also using arithmetic operators for finding remainders. Okay, so let's build the programming logic with the arithmetic operators. So this is the table which is showing key arithmetic operators in Apex. These are the operators, these are their symbols, and these are the purpose. Let's understand each operator one by one. First is addition. Addition, and this is the symbol of addition, and the purpose of addition is adding two numbers. Second is subtraction. This is the symbol of subtraction, and it subtracts second number from the first. Third is multiplication. This is the symbol of multiplication, that is asterisk, and which is used for multiplication of two numbers. After that, we have division operator. This is the symbol of division, and it divides first number by second. And the last is modulus. So by using Math.mod bracket x comma y, by using this, it will return the remainder after division. In x, we are giving one value. In y, we are giving another value. So y will divide x, and it will return whatever the remainders after division. In this slide, we are gonna cover the example of each arithmetic operators. So the code example uses two integer variables, a equals to 15 and another one is b equals to 4, to demonstrate addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus operations. And then we are gonna print the whatever the output is there using system.debug statement. So let's start. So we will go to our developer console. Integer a equals to 15, integer b equals to 4. So first we will cover the example of addition operator. So as you know that we have two variables a and b, so we have to add them. System.debug a then plus b. So a is the first variable, b is the another variable, and this plus is the addition arithmetic operator, or we can say addition operator. Okay, so let's print it. Here our expected output is 19, so let's check. See, as you can see here, the addition of 15 plus 4 equals to 19. Okay, so here the addition performed successfully. Let's jump on another arithmetic operator, that is subtraction. So in this example, we are gonna cover subtraction arithmetic operator. So let's subtract. A is the first variable, subtract b. So a is 15 minus 4, that is 11. So let's execute. As you can see here, the output is printed correctly, that is 11. Let's jump on another operator, that is multiplication. In this example, we are multiplying a and b using multiplication operator. So a into b. Let's execute. As you can see here, the output is 60. That is correct. Let's jump on another operator type, that is division operator. Let's divide A by B. A divides by B. Let me execute it. So here, if we divide A by B, that is 15 by 4, then we are getting 3 here. But the answer should be 3.75. But why we are getting 3 here? Because we are using the integer data type of variables, that is integer variables. So the Apex, what Apex is doing here, Apex is truncating the answer. That is, if we are getting the answer 3.75, then Apex is truncating this 0.75, and whatever the before point value is there, it is returning that. So we need to make sure that we always and always use decimal here when we are doing the division. So it will give the accurate and perfect answer with points. Now I converted the both variables into the decimal. Now let me print it. Debug only. As you can see here, the answer is 3.75. Now it is giving the correct answer, that is in point. Why? Because we use here decimal while performing the division operation. Okay, but if we use integer here, integer A and integer B, then it is truncating the value after the point, and it will give the whatever the value is there before the point, that is 3. That's why we need to make sure we always and always use decimal values while performing division. Now we are seeing the modulus operator in Apex. Okay, so let me convert this decimal into integer, integer A, integer B. And if you want to perform the modulus, so what it will return, it will divide the two values and it will return whatever the remainder is there. Okay, so to get the modulus, we will use Math.mod A comma B. So A will divided by the B, and whatever the remainder is there, it will return. So let me print it. As you can see here, the answer is 3. That is, the remainder should be 3. For example, 15 by 4. Okay, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 3. So here is the note. Okay, so we need to always make sure, if you want to perform the mod operation or if you want to get the modulus, then what we have to think and what we have to keep in mind is, we need to always make sure the variable data type should be integer. If we convert this to decimal, it will throw error. Let me print it. See, as you can see here, we are getting the error while performing the modulus operations on the decimal values. So we need to always make sure we have to use always and always integer values here. Okay, so if we convert this to integer, then it will execute it and print it also. As you can see here, the remainder is 3. Here we have covered the basic examples of all the arithmetic operators. Okay, but here we need to keep two things in mind, one for division, one for modulus. For division is, if you want to perform the division operation, then we need to make sure we take the decimal data types of the variables so that we can get the accurate answers, okay, with points. But if we use integer there, so it will truncate the values after the point and it will give the numbers before the point. Okay, so the answer is not correct. So we need to always make sure we will use the decimal data type as a of variable. And for modulus, we need to keep one thing in mind, that we need to always and always take the data type of the variable, that is integer. If we take the decimal, it will throw the error. So always and always take integer data type of variables. So let's jump on next slide. Okay, so in this slide we will understand and we will get the deep insights of the how the division and modulus work. Here the first point is division returns quotient. That means, let's say we have two variables, a equals to 15 and b equals to 4, and if we divide 15 by 4, then it is returning 3. But 3 is not a correct answer, because the answer is 3.75, but we take the integer data types of variables. That's why it is truncating the answer and it is giving the value as 3. Okay, so as I told you earlier, that we need to always and always make sure that while performing the division operator, we need to make sure we take the decimal data types of variables. Okay, Second point is modulus Math.mod 𝑋, 𝑌 returns reminder. Okay, so for example, if you perform modulus operation, that is Math.mod 15, 4. So what will happen here? 15 is divided by 4. Okay, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is also 3. So it will return the remainder, that is 3. But here, as I told you earlier, we need to make sure we always take the data types of variables, that is integer here. If we take the decimal data types, that is 15.0, 4.0, then it will throw the error. Okay, so I also showed you on the developer console how the example works. Okay, and we need to make sure that we will understand the division and modulus, that is working of division and modulus operations in Apex, because we are gonna use it a lot in our future programming. Let me jump on the next slide. Real life application, calculating total cost. So this is the real life application, so where we are calculating the total cost. So let me go to the developer console. In this example, we are applying arithmetic operators in real life. So price per item, what does that mean? Each apple cost 15, which is the unit price used in calculation. So we need a variable, that is unit price, which is a integer variable. Integer unit price equals to 15. Second is determine the quantity purchase, that is you buy 4 apples representing the number of items to multiply. So this is the quantity, that is 4 apples. So it is also a quantity variables, how much? 4. Third is output total cost. So we have to display the result using system debug to show the total cost, that is 16. So let me print it, this total cost, system.debug. So the total cost here is, what is the unit price into quantity? Unit price into quantity. So it will return the total cost. As we can see here, the total cost, that is 60, is printed. That means our real life application of the arithmetic operators are successful. Let me jump on the next slide. Okay, so here I will tell you what are the best practices when using the arithmetic operators in Apex. Okay, so best practices helps us to write clear, precise and error-free Apex arithmetic code. Okay, first thing is we have to ensure correct data types is used. We have to check that variables are of correct data types such as integers or decimal to prevent errors in calculation. I will show you the what is mean by that. For example, if you are performing the division operation here, okay, so we need to make sure the data types of the variables are correct. Here the data types of the variables are incorrect. Here we need to take decimals, okay, like this. Then it is correct. So the first point tells us that we need to make sure the correct data types are used while performing the arithmetic operations. Let me jump on the second best practices. Avoid integer data types in division. As I told just now that we have to use decimal data type instead of integer while division to maintain the precision and avoid losing the fractional values in calculation. Third is we have to use parentheses. What is meant by parentheses? Means brackets to control the operation order. For example, let's say we have two variables, unit price equals to 15, quantity equals to 4, and we have another variables which is total price, which is storing the unit price into quantity plus 100. So here if we execute it, it may be give the incorrect answer or it can throw the error. But if you want to perform the answer in correct order and if you want to get the correct answer, then we have to use parentheses like this. So what it will do, it will first do this multiplication, then we can get the answer here, then answer plus 100, it will show the total price. Let me execute it. As you can see here, we get the exact correct answer, that is 160. Fourth best practice is we have to use multiple arithmetic operators for complex logic. For example, as you can see here in the latest example, we have used 1 and 2 arithmetic operators. Okay, and this is the expression, we can say. This is the expression in which we are using the multiple arithmetic operators for complex operations. So if in future, if you want to perform some complex operations, so we need to use their multiple arithmetic operators. This is the fourth and last best practices while using the arithmetic operators. Let me jump on the next slide. So here I will tell you the summary of this video. What are the key takeaways on arithmetic operators? First is, using the arithmetic operators, we are performing the basic arithmetic operators or math operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus in Apex programming. Second is, we have common arithmetic operators, that is addition, which is plus sign, subtraction, and multiplication, division, and modulus. Modulus, this is not a sign of the modulus. In Apex, we are using Math.mod, okay, which returns the reminders. In the third point, we have to make sure that we have to consider two things in mind while division and performing the modulus operation. So for division, we have to make sure we take the decimal data types of variable to get the exact answer. And for modulus, we have to consider the integer data types of variable while performing the modulus. But if we take decimal there, then we can get the error. Practical application of arithmetic operators. In the anonymous window, we already saw use cases of the arithmetic operators and also practical examples. We also see the real world programming scenario or real world problem, and we solve there in anonymous window. And the last is, we have to master these arithmetic operators, because in future and in future arithmetic programming, we are using these arithmetic operators a lot. So here we need to master these arithmetic operators. So that's all for today's video. In next video, we will look into relational operators and we will see how comparisons works in Apex. If you like this video, please like, comment and share this video to your friends and groups, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you will get all the latest notifications. And one more thing guys, I have also attached the arithmetic operators practice scenarios PDF in the description of this video. Please check it and master it. Okay, so you will get the hands-on practice on the arithmetic operators. So thank you so much guys.